Hey guys, Chaz here from Pugliese Speed Shop with your Tuesday morning tech tip. Alright, so you guys all remember we were working on John's truck, right? The 09 Sierra GMC pickup, the white one. So we swapped the motor out. That's the motor we took out. It's like a 77,000 mile 4.8 LS motor, LS base motor. We got the complete thing. The rest of it's over there. But here's the long block, and we're gonna go ahead and answer some questions today. So there's a lot of questions as far as why we jumped to just swapping the motor. Why don't we just put an oil pump in it? Why don't we just get a crate motor? Well, you know, everybody's a Monday morning quarterback, right? At the end of the day, it was John's deli driver. He needed something quick. And I said, hey man, you know what? Let's just swap the motor. It's not a huge deal. Let's just get it done. So we did. Ran into a few things along the way, as you saw, and it turned into a way bigger hassle than we thought it was going to be. But you guys can go back and see all that. What we're trying to find out here is this thing really bad? So we're going to throw it on the engine stand, open it up, see what's going on, and then we'll know if we made a great decision or if we could have done a little bit more thinking first. Alright, well, got it on the stand, so drain this oil out, see what it looks like. A little tight. Actually looks really good, and I mean really good, like 77,000 mile good, and I don't see any metal on this this drain plug at all. So well, let's finish draining and see what kind of remnants are left down there in the pan. By the way, that's all it needs, look. You guys, I don't know. So, I do feel a little bit of grittiness in here. Probably should have wiped the pan down first. Actually, I think I did. Maybe? I don't know. But, looks pretty good so far. I don't know. We'll see how it all looks when we open it up. Well, let's see if we can pull this pan without making too much of a mess. Hey, fun fact, everybody tell Kevin, snap-on speed handle. I own it, came out of my toolbox. Whether or not it started out in the Navy's possession, that's beside the point. Look at that now, not the past. Something I'm not used to is these two giant guys in the back of this oil pan. LS stuff. Something I should have thought of. Taking the oil filter off before I put this, and see how nice and clean this is down here? So you can't because the camera's up. Either way, down here, take my word for it, it's clean. Yeah. Still had coolant in it, which I don't know how, and nobody stopped me from not draining the oil filter and taking it off. See how it works out. I'll bring you guys over here in a second to show you what's going on here after I figure some of this stuff out. Alright guys, so we got that tray out of the way, we got the pickup tube out of the way. Thought I filmed it. I just talked to myself because I forgot to hit record. So, that's that. This is what we're looking at. We're looking for any kind of play back and forth, right? So you're going to have this. You're going to have a little bit of side-to-side play, which is fine. No, you don't want any play back and forth, right? You hear that? See, side to side, sound like that. Listen to this. BAD. John, you were right. Made a good call because that was your slight bottom end knock that, well, hate to admit it, but me and Kevin both said it was top end getting starved, and we were wrong. So, John made a good call changing this motor. Now, things went a little awry afterwards, but this thing, our plan, the original plan was throw an oil pump in it and put it back on the road, and he'd have had that problem right there all day long. There it is. Well, there you go, guys. The motor was bad. Something we kind of haven't thought about for a while. The initial plan was, John's like, hey, my oil pump went out on the way home from work. You guys want to help me throw an oil pump in it? Yeah, absolutely, sure. So, luckily John did more looking into everything, because if we would have just thrown an oil pump in that thing, we would have been right where we were with changing the motor later on, because first off, the whole front dress has to come off. Radiator's got to come out, all that kind of stuff. So it's a ton of work, right? We get all that done, swap the freaking the oil pump, and what then? We put it all back together. He still got that bottom end knock, and now you're on borrowed time. So up until even when he drove the thing in here right before we yanked that motor out, me and Kevin were both like, I don't know, man. I think you can get away with just doing an oil pump. But John's like, I got the motor, man. We're getting done. Good call, John. You're right, brother. I don't like being wrong. Kevin hates being wrong. But in this case, I'm glad we were, because I know John would have felt terrible if I pulled this thing apart and there was nothing wrong with it, and we did all that for nothing. But and then there were problems afterwards because of the different motor we put in, which we've already covered that. So we're all learning. That's all we're doing. We're learning. Things we could have done a little different. If John ordered a crate motor, specifically for that truck and we threw it in, I'm sure it would have fit perfectly. And we'd have no more problem. I haven't priced out a crate motor for that truck. I'm sure it's at least $5,000, you know, so you want to pay up or what, right? You gotta think about it. You know, you gotta take everything into account, you know. So what did we all learn? I'll tell you what we all should have learned. When your oil light comes on and says no oil pressure, shut the truck off. That's it. That's it. Don't try to limp it home. Hit the side of the road, call AAA or whatever and say, hey, come and get it and we'll figure it out. If that was the case, we probably could have just threw an oil pump in it. But motor got a little starved and yeah, that's what happens. It is what it is, right? But like I said, we're all learning. That's it. So, yeah. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.